You guys, welcome to my world. Here today with a discussion video for the Nanatsu no taizai, aka the 7 deadly sins. All right, throughout the story, we've seen every sin get their sacred treasure except for one, which is Bond, which he is the weakest sin at the moment. Okay, I'm making this discussion video because Bond is in dire need of a sacred treasure. It's not even funny. This man is getting left behind by the by the rest of the 7 deadly sin. And this man, he needs a power up, and he needs his sacred treasure. But the sacred treasure is what I know. The power up's gonna come. I just want to know, where is the sacred treasure? Now, to my recollection, we have gotten no hints to where his sacred treasure is at this point in the story. All we know is that it got basically stolen away from him when he got sent to the prison by the Weird Fang Knights. That's all we know. Now, Bond needs this, honestly. Bond needs his sacred treasure. I mean, he doesn't need it, but actually, yeah, he does kind of need it, because think about it, Meliodas didn't really need his sacred treasure. I mean, he was good. He was pretty fine. He was pretty okay without it, honestly. Like, he still had the full counter stuff, and then he was starting to use his demon powers, and then he beat Hendrickson without his sacred treasure. It was a lot, but he beat him. You know what I'm saying? Diane, when she got her sacred treasure, she was able to like fuck around and make like fucking Chibaku Tensei and shit, fucking planetary devastations. King always had his sacred treasure. He's still badass with it, and he's still getting stronger. You know, if anything, King is the best person. He's most well equipped with his sacred treasure than any sin. Merlin, we don't really know what at least I don't really remember what her sacred treasure does. Gother's sacred treasure is like, it's weird. It's kind of like his power in a way. It's kind of like it's like a bow. He's like a Quincy with his shit. But yeah. Hold up. Escanor with his, Escanor is devastating with his. All we know from Bond's sacred treasure though is that it's called like Cork House or something like that. Or yeah, Cork House, Courechhouse Corkhouse or Corkhouse or something like that. And it's like his staff thing, except has 4, and it's like has like designs on it and shit. You know what I'm saying? So where could it be? It's probably gonna be in it's probably gonna be where Arthur is at. It's probably gonna be in Camelot. I would not be surprised if we run into that in Camelot. But yeah, Bond he definitely need a sacred treasure. But what could it be? Bond is the sin of greed. Their sacred treasures are going to enhance their magical powers and add to that too. It's going to give them different abilities and stuff. Just like how Meliodas' sacred treasure can make him like multiply and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Ultimately splitting his power depending on how many copies he makes. But damn, I look stupid. But yeah, ultimately splitting his power, but still making it effective. You know what I'm saying? Bond, what could it do? I think possibly his sacred treasure, if he doesn't get the ability himself, his sacred treasure will definitely have the ability. He will have the ability with his sacred treasure to be able to steal abilities. Now listen to it. It may sound, because early in the story we already knew he could steal power. He could steal like physical power. He can't like steal ability, so he couldn't like steal like how Diane has an affinity and has a connection to like Earth. He couldn't do that shit. Like his magical power is stat, so he takes shit. He can only take physical abilities and shit. Like It's like Meliodas and Esterosa. Like how Meliodas, he can full counter magical abilities, but he can't full count. I mean, he can't full counter physical things. Esterosa, on the other hand, he can counter physical abilities, but not magical abilities. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like that. So if Bond's power up, which is going to happen, it's going to happen within, I guarantee you it's going to happen within the next 20 chapters. Guarantee you. If his power up doesn't include the ability to be able to steal people's like abilities, then his sacred treasure definitely will. Bond's like my favorite character, honestly. Bond is like the coolest sin, honestly. Bond is a lot of people's favorite character, and to see him like we're seeing a lot of his emotional side, because Lane and all that, and how he's like a parallel to Meliodas and Elizabeth and all that. We're seeing his like more human side. You know what I'm saying? Now I want to see him grow. Like that's always been Bond. Bond's always been strong. Remember, like early on, Bond's always been strong, but he's always had that guilt and that those feelings for Elaine and all that. That's always been like it a little bit overshadowed his power. You know what I'm saying? Like he's more of a character driven character rather than character driven character. Yeah, I guess he's rather a character. He's character driven instead of like battle driven. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so is Meliodas, but like Meliodas' power is so freaking great that like, yo, you know that him and Elizabeth and all that 3,000 years ago, but you're like, his power is so freaking great. Like, you don't really focus on him as like, oh yeah, his backstory. You know what I'm saying? It's sad how he has to see Elizabeth die all those times and still meet up with her every time she's resurrected, but you don't think about that, not really. But with Bond, I do think that that's what his sacred treasure is going to be, if his power up. Now his power up, I've been thinking what it could be. At first I was like, yo, maybe he gets like the demon power of Meliscula, and it's like a conflict because he doesn't like demons, but all this and that. But he could possibly get the miasma stuff and absorb it and then become like a hybrid, like a fallen angel. Like he could become a whole new race, like a fallen angel. Because Bond, there's like no immortals in Nanatsu. Not really. Because we don't know if the supreme deity or if the demon king are immortal. We don't really know. Demons, we've seen demons can die, but and we've seen goddesses can die. But Bond could possibly be like a new species, like a fallen angel. Like, I don't know. Okay, for that to work, I guess the miasma stuff wouldn't be a factor because that's demon stuff. But possibly some way, I want Bond to be like a fallen. I don't know. It just fit his character so well. A fallen angel, someone fallen from grace. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's kind of like Elizabeth's thing. Like she's kind of like an angel fallen from grace. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like Bond. I want Bond to have like something like that, something kind of like dark, but at the same time, at the root of his character, you know how Bond is. Bond has a heart at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to make this real quick discussion video. You know what I'm saying? Theory on what Bond's sacred treasure is and how his power is what's gonna happen in the upcoming chapters with Bond. You know, because it's there. Bond's been getting wrecked, honestly, by the skeleton things, by Meliscula herself. It's just like Bond, you can see it. Everyone's getting power ups except for Bond. Like his power level has been the same for so long. Like he needs to progress, and for him to progress, he is going to need either his sacred treasure or a power up. I want the power up to make sense. How he's going to get the power up, I don't exactly know. It's going to have something to do with Elaine. Obviously, it's going to have something to do with Elaine. But Bond is going to get a power up. I don't see them fitting a training arc in right now because they're on a mission. So whatever happens, it's going to have to be like dire situation type stuff. Yeah. But with that being said, I'm done. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. You know what I'm saying? Drop me a like. I would greatly appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? 13 subscribers. We're growing a little bit, y'all. We're growing a little bit, yeah. But tell me what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe. Click the little bell notification if you want to know when I'm uploading, yeah. And I'll see y'all later.